Hello, guys. So I am going to be doing something I've never done before, which is I'm going to do a video about a video because my sister sent me this video and it's a psychic on a talk show who's talking about twin flames and some other things. And I just wanted to comment on it because it kind of shocked me as I was watching it. Yeah, let's just go into it. I'll see how this goes because I've never done one of these videos before, but I do find it interesting just to see another perspective on something like these spiritual videos that are put out, especially on the mainstream platforms. And you will see that as we go forward with more and more disclosure and more stuff about ETs coming out, people are going to be talking about this kind of stuff like twin flames and all that spiritual stuff, and it's going to get a bit weird. So let's just see.
Well, according to our next guest, true love is still very much out there, but instead of swiping right, you need to be tuning in. And here to share her secrets to finding your soulmate in 2020.
Okay, you can already see that with these shows, there's a very weird energy to them. And you guys have probably already noticed this. So, all of the news stations and these shows, there is a certain star race, a certain galactic race behind them. And I'll put the name of it on the screen right now because I don't want the video to get flagged or anything. But yeah, you can see that a lot of the hosts, the producers of these shows, they're all of that star race. And this is just a fallen star race that's more, has like merged more with technology and all of that.
26 is author and star of TLC's The Psychic Matchmaker, Deborah Graham. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, and she's also one of these on the screen. So you guys, you understand, right? I also just have to say this is kind of weird, but you know how in movies how they use those masks, like the rubber masks, like her skin looks a bit doesn't totally look real. But anyways, okay, let's keep going.
Love is in the air.
Love is in the air.
Yeah, girls, we're getting ready to get ready.
Okay. We're getting ready to get ready.
Yeah.
Okay, this is not new for you. In fact, you started to have premonitions when you were as young as 6 years old.
Absolutely.
When did you realize, oh, it's not just like a 6-year-old's imagination, that this was maybe something more?
Well, it first came through dreams. And of course, I told my mom, and I'm a third generation psychic. So it was my grandma, me, and my grandmother.
So throughout this video, listen for the number 3. It's very strange how much they say 3, and 3 is a number associated with a secret society, which I will put on the screen right now.
So I like to say my antennas are always buzzing, but it came through dreams.
The fact she said my antennas are always buzzing, I find people in the spiritual space who are channeling these, like the lower astral beings or like these like the reps and stuff, they will use that kind of terminology that's very techy, very, you know what I'm saying? And they focus more on the mind as opposed to the whole body receiving psychic information.
And I would just talk to like spirits, or even my grandfather, who I'd never met before, came to me and I was able to describe him and everything. So you know what? It's like a blessing and a curse because it's been with me ever since I guess I came out of my mama.
Right out of your mama. All right,
There
so
you
you say you don't need to see or touch a person to connect with them. You describe it as meeting their electromagnetic field. What exactly does that mean in the real world to the rest of us?
That is true that when you're doing a psychic reading, you can do it from anywhere and you can connect to anyone's energy from anywhere. You don't need to be right beside them. And see what I'm saying? The fact that she's referencing it as an electromagnetic field, as if it's not part of the actual soul of the person or the spirit of the person. It's this other thing that's kind of floating around them, and it's more of a technology.
In the real world, that means I become you. I don't look at you, I look in you. So like your traditional matchmaker goes by what they...
That's kind of scary.
who you want or what you're looking for. I'm shallow how. I look in you, not at you. And
Okay, so my sister sent me this video and we watched Shallow Hal so many times when we were younger. The fact she's using this as a reference is a bit strange, almost as if she came from that time, like she's from that time of the early 2000s, because no one references that anymore. And that's kind of like a B movie. That's not a very popular movie. Does anyone else think that's strange? I think that is.
actually pull the energy. So that's why I don't even need to see you or touch you. I'm just able to hear your voice and be able to connect with you and find a whole perfect, complete match that is going to last a lifetime.
Wow.
That sounds very promising.
Because you have matched literally thousands and thousands of couples. And you say that we've got to follow or you follow, who follows the rule of three. What is that?
Ooh, that's deep
Okay, there's the three again.
and large. Now, what does that mean? That means you go out on 3 dates within.
Wait, sorry, I'm
weeks.
just going back.
What does that mean? That means you go out on 3
of couples. And you say that we've got to follow or you follow, who follows the rule of three. What is that?
Ooh, that's deep and large. Now, what does that mean? That means you go out
Deep
on 3
and large?
dates within 3 weeks. You always have direct eye contact with that person. And people always call me on the Psychic Connection podcast with Deborah Graham, looking for love, looking for relationship. How do we follow it? Stay celibate. That's right. Stay celibate for 3 months. That means you get hugged, you get touched, but don't do the deed for 3 months. And I'm
Okay, why 3 months? And why is it a rule of three? That's too much. Too many threes. And then she said something about three in the beginning as well.
noticed by doing that, 90% of my matches always work out.
Okay, you hear that, ladies? We're not using those condoms. They're distributing at the Olympics.
There you
All
go.
right.
I already broke that rule when I was
Ooh,
Okay.
girl, that's it. That's it.
Okay, so with these, look at her
I
face.
was very proud of you.
So with these, whenever you have these programs, so this TV show, which is run by this star race that I'm showing on the screen, if you have, for example, a movie or a TV show that's produced by this star race, there'll be a lot of stuff in it about what they just said. Like, don't forget to use a condom. You have to sleep with a lot of people because that's just normal life. We just sleep with everyone and anyone because we want to have that freedom. Well, that is part of their agenda with this star race. So when they come here, they want to spread that message because that is their agenda. They need certain materials from us. And if you are someone who is sleeping with a lot of people and like that's a big part of your life, that gives them the energy that they like, and also sometimes actual physical materials. So you will find in TV shows produced by the Star Race and these kind of shows, they just kind of slip that in there. That's like they're constantly spreading that message. And it's not beneficial to us to be doing that on so many levels. So
You say not to write someone off after a bad first date, but what about a bad first kiss?
Well, when you feel that one and it's just not connection, that's when I say run, run, run. When you still have your head attached to your body because they're just thinking.
Okay, did you notice she said run 3 times? Okay.
No chemistry there. Ain't nothing you can do about that.
Okay, good to know.
Over and out.
Wow, I love the definitiveness.
Be done.
So you do believe in the twin flame, like soulmates idea that this is in fact real, and that only about 10% of people ever meet their twin flame or soulmate. So what does that mean for the rest of the 90%?
Who's everybody married to?
So twin flames are very, very rare. But she's gonna say that anyone can do it if they just try, you know what I'm saying? So here we go.
Oh my God. Well, there's 3 kinds of love. There's love.
3. Like, I don't know.
For sex, and there's a relationship that's going to last forever. So the truth of the fact is, being with a twin flame soulmate is being with somebody who you can actually see yourself through their eyes. You feel everything that they're feeling. So if they're having a great day, you're having a great day. If they're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. And then sometimes you have soulmates that you're
So that is kind of true. So with twin flames, you do feel like you are them and they are you. The kind of like pattern that they go through in their life, you also go through. Your journey is their journey, and your final destination is their final destination because you're going to be reunited after this life. Everything you do benefits them, and everything they do benefits you.
Just meant to be with them for a reason in a season. Maybe you were meant
Sorry,
to
I'm just going to go
have
back.
children, just meant to be with them for yourself through their eyes. You feel everything that they're feeling. So if they're having a great day, you're having a great day. If they're having a bad day, you're having a bad day. And then sometimes you have soulmates that you're just meant to be with them for a reason in a season. Maybe you were meant to only have children. And then you have a soul connect.
So she's basically encouraging to just have kids with anyone and divorce and then traumatize the kids. Okay. That's part of the whole agenda. But anyways, what she was saying about how sometimes you just have soulmates for a short period, that is true. So you can have a soulmate who comes in to help you with something, to teach you something, to heal you spiritually, like heal you on an energetic level. Sometimes they come in to tell you something, like they'll tell you something, it'll be really quick, and that like changes the course of your life, basically. So, yeah, that is true what she's saying.
Connection could be a BFF, somebody who you could just be with and have a connection with. It doesn't mean that love is not out there. It's out there, but finding a true twin flame soulmate takes a lot of work, a lot of time, and you have to be willing to put 50% of your time and give up 50% of your time to make that relationship work.
Wow. Okay, it's a big commitment.
Okay, I don't get that at all. You have to give up 50% of your time. I don't understand that because you're born with a twin flame. You don't have to work to get them. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
All right, so is the goal to end up with our twin flame soulmate?
Well, of course, everybody wants to meet their twin flame soulmate.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort, but it just takes patience.
Again, like not everyone has their twin flame incarnated on earth right now.
Okay. It's like a relationship. If you're looking for the wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and you're just a serial dater, then you go out there and you do that. But if you really
like they want you to do that, okay? Oh my God.
want a true relationship, like I always say, first comes God, then comes you and everything else. So you got to love the one you're with yourself. And then that opens up that parallel. So the answer.
So that was also a 3. First comes God, then comes you, then everyone else.
Is yes, you can meet that twin flame soulmate. You just got to have 3 things: faith, trust, and hope.
3.
Okay,
Wow.
you hear that?
All right.
Good.
So let's say you're like, oh my gosh, I think I just met my twin flame soulmate, but I'm in another relationship.
Ooh, girl, sometimes you got to break a home to make a home. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Really?
Hey, you got to go for it. Because look, it took you billions of cells to get here. You're not.
So yeah, encouraging you, be irresponsible, just go date people, go sleep with anyone, and form that connection with them. That's like this more primal connection. And then maybe have kids and then divorce and then traumatize everyone.
Not here for a short time. You want to hear it for a long time, and you want to have fun. So don't waste time in endless relationships. I know that's deep and large, but the truth of the fact is, if you really want to have that love and you feel that connection, in my world, just do it. Go for it.
Okay, I got to ask you about my girl, Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
She is like serial monogamous, serially getting divorced.
Yes.
And Ben Affleck keeps coming and they keep circling each other's universes. Are they twin flames or they just can't quit each other? What's their deal, you think?
Absolutely. They are twin flame
You think so?
soulmates.
Really?
Absolutely. And
But
the
they're
thing about it is,
Let me just go to them. So to me, they're not twin flames. I don't doubt that they probably have past lives together. They probably share similar coding, maybe in other realms. A lot of people do. This is very, very common. But the thing is, when, for example, when I see actual twin flames, if I were to talk to Jennifer Lopez, okay, like that's probably never going to happen. But if I ever were talking to her, there would be something in the back of my mind that would come in and it would be like, oh, you're also talking to Ben Affleck right now. I'm thinking of all the movies I've seen them in. I don't think that when I see Jennifer Lopez, I'm also seeing Ben Affleck. So when I compare them to other twin flames I've seen, they're not twin flames. It is very, like I said, very possible that they're united, maybe in like a star race realm, in the elemental realm, whatever. And it is possible for people who aren't even twin flames to be very, very similar in coding. And you can see this in the very, very old soul groups like the Rose Priestesses and certain other soul groups like the more cosmic races. I'm just saying, I'm going to say no, they're not twin flames. It's not as common as you think.
Absolutely. And the thing about it is, no, but you got to listen to this. When you're with a twin flame soulmate, it's like looking at a mirror of yourself. So think about that. They're both very.
When you have twin flames, they are the same. They are like the exact same signature. It is like looking in a mirror. So that is true what she's saying.
Very competitive. They both want to have power. They both want to have control. He wants to control her. She does not want to be controlled. So she's like, I'm going to do my thing and I'm not going to be there if and when you need me. I need you to be there when I need you. So they're always going to have this connection.
With actual twin flames, you recognize that their happiness is your happiness. Their life journey is your life journey, and you would never want to control them and take them out of what they're doing because that doesn't benefit you at all. You want your twin flame to live their best life. Like you really do, because you already are united in the highest level. Why do you also need to like have them with you here with like actual real twin flames? You have that knowingness. Okay. And if you're someone who has met someone that you thought was your twin flame, but then you're having this kind of competitive thing that she's talking about, and it's like a runner, chaser, blah, 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 I would say that's not a real twin flame because you don't have that knowingness when you met. You wanted to like capture them. Nothing overrides that knowingness when you meet your real twin flame. So it could be that you just haven't met them yet. And like I said, you can still have an extremely strong connection to someone just because you have similar coding. So you can have similar coding in the angelic realm. You can have similar coding in another realm. You're going to feel like they are going to feel a little bit twin flamish. And then when you layer on past lives where you were maybe lovers and stuff, like that's going to ignite a lot of you're really going to want to be with them. So
but it's like oil and vinegar. They go together, but they just don't mix. See, that's kind of like the highs and the lows of being with a twin flame soulmate. It's got its good parts and its bad parts, but they're always going to have that connection no matter what. You know what? They're always going to have a fling, but it's probably not going to work out in this life. Chances are they'll probably have to come back in their next life and do it again.
J-Lo, you hear that?
this is so common to hear from this star race. So I will see a lot of channelers and people in the spiritual space who will channel information saying that people will ask them, oh, what happens after you die? Like, what happens after death? They will give you these options. They will say, you can either reincarnate back to Earth. So that's one of your options. And then they usually give like a couple other options, which is you can stay into 4D and wait for your relatives to join you, or you can stay in 4D and wait until 5D Earth is ready, and then you can go into there. Those are the options they give. And the thing is, nothing can control you after death. So they can do stuff like this. They can kind of implant the idea in your mind, but no one can force you to do that. Like, you have to be kidding me, you know? So, yeah, just know that you don't even have to be in this universe after you die. You can go to a different universe. Honestly, it has to end.
We're gonna come back next life to get it. Okay. All right, so Deborah. Barbara, before we let you go, we're going to actually have you do a live love reading right here in studio. So let's head over to see the lovely Gonica.
Let's do
Who
it.
is our wonderful volunteer. Hello. So good to see you here.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you
It's
so
Gunica.
much.
Gunica.
All righty, well, we're
Okay.
super excited
All right,
now.
so now, Gunica, we want to let you know she is a segment producer with The Good Stuff with Mary Berg that shoots across the hallway.
Okay.
So bravo. Okay, so what do you need from Gunica to do her reading?
All I need is your month and date only and your one love question. I'm going to go deep and large. I'm going to tell you whatever spirit needs you to.
So why does she say deep and large? That's a bit weird. She said that 3 times already. And it is interesting. Sometimes I'll see psychics needing the birthday when they do a reading. And yeah, I wonder why that is. Maybe to incorporate like the astrology, because maybe she knows about astrology. Yeah, I'm not sure why you would need the birthday. I'm sure there's a reason though.
Okay, we're over here. We're just
So my month is March, date 21st. And my question is, when am I going to meet my partner?
Ooh, well, you are very sacred in your spirit. You're like a cat. You like your 4 corners. You like to come and go as you please. But one thing I'm going to tell you, you're not going to have an arranged marriage. It's going to be a love marriage, okay? The truth of the fact is, it has to be with somebody who actually vibrates at your same frequency. You do not have a problem meeting people. You have a problem meeting the right person because they're always at a 2 and you're at a 30, okay? Your problem is you keep going and going and going and you do not know how to slow down. But I will tell you, this person can be 5 up to 10 years older than you. The reason why you do not connect with younger vibrational people. Would you agree or disagree?
I do agree.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the truth is you want somebody who's going to last a lifetime. You're not a serial dater, okay? You're like a one-man man. It's like that guy better be there and he better be there for you all the way through.
Yeah.
Because definitely love is in the air and I see it happening next year for you.
Okay.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Good luck. We're going to follow up.
Thank you.
If you should stay or you should go, check out psychicdeborahgraham.com.
Okay, that's a bit strange. I don't know. And she didn't even take a minute to focus or anything. It's like she didn't even take a second. She just literally just jumped into the reading almost as if she was reading a teleprompter, like it was all pre-planned. And I also feel like she incorporated her star sign, like her astrology, into it. So yeah, really, really weird. Let me know what you think. I don't normally do this stuff, of course, but the video just really stood out to me. And I don't like these twin flame lies being pushed because the thing is that they are very, very rare. I don't doubt that people having twin flame experiences are dealing with very, very high soulmates. But yeah, okay. Thank you for listening. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Okay.